Hello and welcome back. Okay, so we are at Moktarhin and we are 2 contracts short from fulfilling the ambition of doing 5 contracts for Southern City-States. So we'll do this. But first we'll camp for a bit. Because we did an arena fight where we took a tiny bit of damage. I've also done a little tiny bit of inventory management, switched some armors around mostly. I was also thinking about adding the world editor mod to this playthrough to make it more difficult. I'll most likely do it, but I haven't done it yet. Anyways, let's take this contract here, the Desert Fangs, 4 skulls. 5,800 is what they're paying, which is quite a nice sum. Nachos, okay. 25. Oh, some skin ghouls. Well, this could be a challenge, actually. Depending on just how many big ones there are. I could even lure them, perhaps, into something to help us out. And perhaps I should. This is potentially quite deadly. Do we have the Southern City troops anywhere nearby? There's the lindworms. I'm not fighting the lindworms. I'll try to find a camp somewhere. There's a camp. Though, yeah, they'll be able to... Maybe I shouldn't, because they'll eat whatever's inside. Unless they can really defend themselves. Whatever they are. 25. Yeah, the problem here with luring them into anything is that the skin ghouls can potentially become big, fat ones, and then there's almost no hope of actually winning. So what we can do here is just engage and see if it's doable. And then if it's not, then we just leave the fight and think about it. Potentially even cancel the contract. Anyways, also this can be utilized, so a whopping +2 armor for someone. Wild root, enjoy. And we also have this nomad leather jacket, so that's probably better than something we have on someone. Yes. Very important, meaningful upgrades, of course. Alright, so I guess we do engage with this. Let's see. Okay, medium ones spotted straight away. This is probably another medium one. Spear wall would be nice in this fight, but obviously we don't have that. I mean, we have a spear equipped on a couple of us, but no one's specialized. Yeah, this is quite difficult. The terrain is not really helping us out either. But we do have Payan with a handgun and fearsome, so that's something. Okay, well, I've been hoping for a challenge. Let's just try this. Oh, there's a big one. That is spooky. We can stun it. We can net it. We can mark it. But that is spooky. Really spooky. Anyways, we should back off here, I think. How much, though? I think like 3 tiles. That way we also keep 3 action points for the patient hunters. Really need to concentrate in this. Okay, Warden is staying there. That's kind of good. It doesn't leave a corpse, so it's going to distract some of them. What is its melee defense? 40. That is excellent. Thank you, Warden. You're being useful. Also position Sicklebolt the Macer. More perhaps to the middle. May also want to stun these, but we only have the one person capable of doing so. So it's mainly the big... Mainly this big one. That's a huge problem. Also, seemingly none of the regular nachos are tiny. So this most certainly is a 4-skull contract. Anyways, move there. Also, we don't have anyone who's capable of indoming, so if we create enough big ones, this can really spiral out of control. And I'm totally willing to sacrifice Haldemar in this battle. Or basically any battle, to be honest. As long as it's meaningful. So yeah, we are very capable, but this may be the toughest battle we've done yet. Though we did do that very, very nasty caravan battle a while back. Okay, Volrod where? Somewhere in the middle probably instead of here. I should have probably marked someone before I went. Wolfram's whip is actually a decent weapon against these things. Can't use it yet though. Alright. Gerard does have rotation. Anyways, I could also leave Alice somewhere in the front there. Not sure if that's the best idea. So we do have Patient Hunter and rotation on Gerard. Guess I'll move him there. Move Eldascendis here. So yes, Payen. I need to leave a spot for Payen. How did I forget about you? Okay, Alice here is probably fine. Probably. We can also back off further if they don't quite engage with us yet. Next round, we'll see. There's a high ground spot there, but yeah, it's only one of them. Probably not worth even considering that, to be honest. Okay, Payen over there. We'll kill anything that gets... Also, yes, since the skin ghouls have an AoE attack, they can kill the nachos, creating corpses. That's something I didn't consider. Did miss this one. And also the Warden just takes a huge chunk of damage straight away there. So it's not going to last for long. They're really going for it there. So yeah, we could still back off. Like 2 tiles this time. That's allowed. That is allowed. Would have been really helpful to have at least one high ground closer by to position the gunner. What I could also do here is use a net here just to slow them down. I probably want to wait for them to be in melee though. The regular ones are not a big threat unless I allow them to feed. But yeah, the skin ghouls are really dangerous. Especially since we are kind of relying on nimble and lithe instead of battle forged. Anyways, I need to kind of decide now. Also, yes, this skin ghoul has 12 action points. They all have that. There's something I forgot as well, but cannot reach us yet. This is a nasty battle. I think I would like to still back off. I should probably wait and see how far the big one goes. Okay. Well, that's... oh, it's waiting. Anyways, yeah, I think we'll back off even further. Let's do 3 again. Probably in this direction. So yeah, if I back off fully, then we can take over this high ground here, but I don't think that is helpful enough. Let's do 3 tiles. Allows me to position a bit better, perhaps, as well. Okay, so we'll move Pain, I guess, there. I really should have brought just more nets on Suniva. That was a mistake on my part. She's not going to benefit from these. It is also quite bad overall so far. So far, quite bad. Okay, so Alice. Here or here. Doesn't really matter much which one. I'll leave this spot open, I guess. And now what will the big one do? Just ends there. So yeah, the Warden is likely going to... I don't really see it surviving this turn here. And they've created a corpse. Well, that at least lowers their resolve, if nothing else. Okay, they are getting closer. That's going to be a big one. And I could still back off, like the coward that I truly am. I think I will. 2 more tiles. Or is 1 enough? Maybe 1's enough. So yeah, these haven't acted, so we don't know how far they want to go. I think I'll wait and see for that. Gets closer. Okay, that is within stunning range, so I could engage straight away. That is something I could definitely do. It's not really a good shot we have, though. But yeah, kind of inconveniently this one acts after Payan. So I can't really position closer either. And there is a slim chance that it actually does want to... Well, can it reach? Yes, it can barely reach us with its 12 action points. So yeah, plenty of us are not within distance of doing anything. But we could go for the stun on this one. Maybe this one will get closer in. Close enough. Okay, I think we fight where we are. Alright, that's too good. I was not expecting that to kill. What the hell? Well, I suppose that was a headshot. Not great. But yeah, this is a battle in which the fearsome should provide a lot of help. I don't think I shoot again. So we just save the action points as well as the ammo. Unless I really want to, I could... Yeah, that triggers the morale check. It's potentially worth... I don't know. I think I'll save the 3 action points that I can. And keep the gun loaded. Okay. Over there, huh? You guys have a lot of initiative as well. So we have to delegate Sicklewold basically to stun duty. And he can't keep that up forever. Don't think I should try to hold this corpse. Get to it with Haldemar. What is your initiative? 94 now that you have the injury. So yes, where will I put Mr. Haldemar? I could also try the spear wall. It's a little bit inconvenient though with this amount of initiative, but I guess I use it straight away. Try to make sure. So it's going to cost 19. I also do want to attack something with Gerard as well as these guys. So Gerard is ideally... Let's see. Okay, Sicklewold is going to make some room. So that's a spot for Engelard. That means that Gerard can take this spot and we just don't get to attack with Wildroot. I should have brought more nets for this. This is a fight which really warrants something like that. Name is Haldemar. Let's spear wall either here. I'm just a little bit hesitant in leaving Gerard there because of this big skin ghoul coming in, but then again we do have the rotation footwork available. But anyways, yeah, let's spear wall here. Let's see if that does something. Sadly, we don't have the marks nor the nets just yet. So we'll see what the chance to hit here is. Okay, stun chance 67 or 70. Let's go for the 70. Alright, that is excellent. Are they resilient? I don't see resilient. Alright, that's excellent. Are the big ones resilient? I don't see it, so that is a 2-turn stun. That essentially neutralizes this one. Excellent work. Alright, so yeah, let's, I guess, go for it here with Wildroot. Well, yes, we also have, actually, with this weapon, we do have a spear ball as well. It is a 6 AP one, though. 68 melee skill. I don't think I will use that. So what is your initiative? 73, okay. Anyways, yeah. Also, yes, what we can do, if I really want to do it, is rotate with Wildroot after Wildroot has attacked. So let's see if the Heartseeker is... Oh, never mind, it's a one-tile range with this. Okay. Well, fair enough, kind of. Anyways, Engelard probably goes for the Reap. Despite not having 3 targets. So how much is the fatigue difference? I could actually save some fatigue for later, because we'll have plenty of opportunities to Reap in this battle. I think I will. Alright, let me just start doing this and hold position, I suppose. Now for the nets. Okay, you didn't get this one, but it doesn't matter because it's stunned. Then we wait with the rest of the nets. But I do want to position, so you have 55 melee defense. That's a decent amount. It's really important to keep Susanna here alive. So the thing is, I don't want to be too aggressive. Which this move kind of is. Kind of. But we'll be able to deal with the medium nachos pretty easily. Out of curiosity, what is the... Okay, we can potentially stun this one as well pretty quickly. Yeah, I think this positioning makes a lot of sense because it makes room for others. Susanna does have some defenses, so can probably survive this. We'll have a bigger range with the nets. The real danger is these 2 skin ghouls coming in. And also I'm not going to take that spot currently, I don't think, with anyone else, am I? So what I could do, I guess, is use a round swing there, because we have 12 action points. Not sure if that's worth it, though. It's only 3 targets. And it takes a lot of fat, so... We do have the battle flow, but we probably can't get a kill. So yeah, let's just not do something like that. Let's just do this somewhat aggressive play here. Not bothered with that. Okay, and Gerard. Yeah, I'm really worried about this big skin ghoul. We'll most likely get another big one. And also, kind of annoyingly, this one apparently got Killing Frenzy out of killing the Warden. Anyways, enough blabbering. Let's start dealing some damage. Don't want to focus too much on this one since it's out of the game, basically. Okay, what is your melee defense? Only 11. So I guess we keep you in the back line. Instead of keeping him as a rotation target for Gerard. He'll just use footwork, probably. Alright, you did that. We don't have a target here. And Art Hit, of course, is only level 4. Probably positions... Well, then again, where am I moving Pain? Actually here, probably, so we'll just use Art Hit elsewhere, as well as Suniva. Let Elin handle these two for the most part with the help of the back line. Save this spot for Payan. And Alice, of course, goes for this here. Not sure if that's the best thing I can do, though, because of the most likely scenario in which this one will be stunned. And therefore, because we have 12 action points, I could use her instead, like here. And between these, all of this damage here, we can most likely kill this one pretty soon, even this round. Anyways, I think I'd hit here and he'll have a target next round. Okay, so yes, what I could do, since I don't think I'll take this spot with Alice, is just move in the way with Volrach. I will mark this skin ghoul though. Maybe this one as well, despite it being stunned. Shouldn't be able to mark that one. I can mark this big one though. Let's do that. That also helps the spear wall, potentially. So yes, I think Alice over there in that case. Or the other way around with Elder Sandis here. Elder Sandis has Berserk and Alice does not. Alright, anyways, move forward there. And then we still have one opportunity to mark. I think I'll pass on that. Just save the fat. So yes, couple of options for Payan. This one or that one. Also, we have prepared bullets since we waited with Suniva. So if I want to attack, it's either here or here. Well, I guess this one also works. That keeps these two tiles optional for Payan. Not sure which one will be better. Maybe just here is fine. Yeah, the main utility out of Suniva is probably going to be the one net, and we'll probably switch into the slingshot and go for the dazing. I'll move there, and instead of actually doing anything there, let's just switch into the slingshot. Though it's two-handed, never mind. In that case, I guess we just try this. Alright, so now to decide on the positioning between Elder Sandis and Alice. Can a one-shot kill this? I think it's possible. Well, if it's possible, we'll have 6 AP left after doing that. Well, let's see what happens. No kill. That's actually a bit problematic, potentially, because now if I kill this... Well, unless I rotate here. I cannot take the corpse's position, is what I mean. I'll rotate. That means I can. If it dies. Split or no split? It's a substantial difference between the fatigue, so I think I just go for the split man. Alright. Going there, huh? Well, that's fine with me. Okay, I think Payan waits instead of starting to pull, what's that actor's name? Oh, that's nasty. That is very nasty. However, we can stun it. We can stun it. 3 instances of bleed. Anyways, I'll try to focus on what's happening here before I assess the situation further. Oh, big one is going there. I guess we keep on spearballing. Anyways, like I was saying, the silver lining with this is that we can stun this one. That means that we focus damage on this one. So that's... yeah, I guess that's actually good. And Gerard, despite taking that nasty hit, should be mostly fine. He's resilient. He has steel brow, nimble. As long as I don't allow him to take more damage. Guess we keep on spearballing. Yes, excellent. Excellent work. Kind of lucky, but yes, excellent. Now we wait for the mark as well as the net, obviously. Unless I go for damage on something else, but I don't... well, did you have Relentless? You do. Okay, let's just wait. So currently, stun chance 77. Now it would be nice to stun this one as well. It would be really nice. It's a 95. If I had Inspire, I could go for both. We don't. Can we stagger this somehow? It seems like we can't, since no one has a hand free. You need a hand free for the kick, right? So yes, we prioritize, I guess, like that. They have the same amount of initiative. I don't know, I'm kind of want to stun this one as well, obviously. The Skin Ghoul, the big one at least, also has fast adaptation. We do have a Morning Star on Gerard. We can maybe stun with that. Maybe. He has good melee skill. We can get a net. We can get a mark. And this one, despite not being quite as huge, quite as fat as this one, is still quite dangerous. I think I'm kind of leaning towards stunning that one. It's a 95 as well. So we can, yes, we can lower this one's initiative by dealing damage to it. So yeah, let's stun this one, unless the 5% misses. It does not. Excellent. Alright, then you just end there. Okay, so I suppose we use Susanna's net instead of Wolfram's. Okay, that's pretty good. And then... you don't have Relentless, yes, so I should make a decision now, I think. I think I just attack instead of using another net. And then just end there. Okay, now, since we're positioned like this, I guess that's going to be Pain's spot. Okay, 41 initiative after the net for the Skin Ghoul, so we can probably stun it. So yeah, it's really, really important to have someone who's a mace specialist in Legends if you fight these nasty legendary beasts. That won't kill now, will it? A headshot might. In any case, I can just go for this, probably, and yeah, I should probably try to weaken it enough that we can get a Berserk activation with Eldascendis. So just do that. Do I also move forward? I think I will. Okay, that is quite rude of you. Alice has nearly lost all of her armor already. I'll double check. Well, maybe not double check, but check how many of them are waiting. There's one here. One there. Well, anyways, we do have a nice reap. So I guess we just go for it. Just go for it and then end. Now that this happened, I don't think Gerard switches weapons. He may want to footwork out of there, depending on what happens, but still. None of the big ones are waiting. I guess we just deal some damage in that case. So we'll wait for the mark if I go for that. Do need to kill these, despite them being stunned. 59 only. Oh, do you have some kind of help with that? Why is it so low? I don't see last stand. I don't see anything really that helps with that. Well, I don't know. 13 melee defense, 9 melee defense. Is it just because we... Oh yes. Did we have... No, we don't. But it's just the surround bonus, I guess. Anyways, I guess we wait. 15 hit points, Jesus Christ. Yeah, we probably want to play it safe and rotate or footwork. Because we can't rely on this spear wall. There's also this medium one coming in. I think I would like to use footwork more. Does it matter if I wait? Not really. I don't think it matters. Let's wait and see what develops. But yeah, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot. Okay, so Sunniva could use a net even on a medium one just to free up Elin quicker. But I could also save it for a big one later on. That's probably better. Okay, mark. Over there. Oh, we don't have the mark anymore on this one as well. Yes, that kind of explains it. Alright, don't mark anything else. Yeah, I don't think so. So just end there. Okay, hopefully gets Berserk. I suppose I could have marked this to improve the chances of that. And we miss an 88. Okay. I'll just save the action points, I think. Though if I wait, if I use the swing, then the spot is open. We can move one tile, still have 3. So we wait. Double check. So there's only the one waiting. It can come in this direction, but it cannot reach corpse. Well, that's disappointing. Kind of struggling with Alice. Anyways, likewise with the Patient Hunter, let's just not use the Heft Strike. Just end there. We need to kill these two medium ones pretty quickly, so we can focus on... Well, at least kill one of them, I mean. So we can focus on stunning the big one. Yeah, I can't really hang around there with Gerard and get the Morningstar out, I don't think. Unless I rotate in this direction. Perhaps, but we can't rely on that stun. It's unreliable. We also have a rotation with Aton. Wonder if it's better to just rotate someone like Pain. I could even rotate here so I get to attack as well, but it's probably better to move there. Probably so. Probably so. We do get, let's see, 4 of them at least. I think if I rotate there. Okay, never mind. Let's just do this probably. Okay, you tried. Sometimes that's all you can ask for. So Alien's initiative is non-existent. Am I getting any kills here anymore to potentially lower this one's resolve? Maybe, but a bit unlikely. Just go for it. Okay, this time we get the lucky ones. Alright. I suppose I do go for another one, though that will potentially create a corpse, will it? Maybe. It did. But the fearsome is doing work, and that also helps the patient hunter. Okay, just keep on holding there. Alright, I think we focus damage on the medium ones. Because the big one is just so damn tanky, so we have to rely on the stun. If we miss that stun, we are really in trouble. Like, really in trouble. Like in deep shit, to be honest. So yeah, I can use the Heartseeker. It's only a 56 though. We'd probably get an injury if that hits, but yeah, let's go for the Skin Ghoul, I think. Is Staff Days going to help at all? 37% to hit. It takes a lot of fat, so I don't think I will. We move there for the heightened senses. I could start to try to bleed the Skin Ghoul, the big one that is. Hmm. 74, 75, that is the highest chance. Okay, let's do it. And yeah, Gerard, you need to move out of there. We have a lot of fatigue, and he is confident despite taking all of that damage. So even if these regular ones get to him, he should be able to get away from that. Let's use the Rupture, I think. 95. Yes, get the bleed in there. Alright, and then we have Sunniva. If I get really lucky, can this actually kill this? Headshot? Potentially yes, or 2 hits, yes. Is there any one of them I'd like to net at the moment? Don't think so. 58. Oh, it's now fleeing. Well, that's, I suppose, good. So now I can take this spot with Elder Sendis. That protects Alice, that protects a corpse. And Sunniva is now free to move like here. So pretty good result there. Alright, and there we go. We have failed. We now have another skin ghoul problem. And now we wait with the gunner as the situation doesn't really comply. We want to move Hafrid out of that spot actually, so we have a shot later on. Oh, did the one who took this corpse moved on it earlier? Oh, come on, stop it. Anyways, they're being really confused. I think there was one on top of this, but apparently it did not feed because these ones are going back for it, which is really strange. Anyways, we'll also get a very big one here now that we cannot spearball anymore. 2 of them actually, so things are about to get really, really nasty. We also have this one about to be feasted. So I guess now we shield wall. Oh dear, we really need them to break. We are getting there, slowly. And we really need this stun to land. We need many things. Could use a Heartseeker or just attack something. Yeah, there's the big one. Okay, 92. That was important. Thank you. Thank you, Sicklebolt. And I still don't think we use half strike. We just save the fat for those stuns later on. So it's possible that these two will not be a problem in a moment. But yeah, this damage is like not big enough for me to bother. Okay. Okay, buddy. Split man misses 76 and now we have a big one there. Speaking of big ones, big one here. Okay, that's kind of the damage priority now, so we don't get anyone swallowed. Kind of the case. So that means Wildroot probably goes for it. Maybe... Yes, we probably want a net on it. So we wait for that. Alright, well at least they're extremely stupid and greedy. Like 4 of them are going for 1 corpse. Okay, so we use a net there and... Or do we use it on this one? The skin ghoul. We need a net on it as well. We probably have to abandon Haldemar there. Let him shield wall and hopefully hold. We need to get Gerard out of the range of the reach attack. I think it has a reach attack at least. Not sure exactly about its direction though. Anyways, so we need a net on both of these, but we may get 2 in 1. We also have a net on Wolfram. Is this just a regular one? No, it's a sturdier one. Can we do that? Also net this big one, kind of. Yes, excellent. Kind of something I want, I mean. Alright. And then we have odd hit. So this one will die. Just go for that there. Engelard can do a couple of reaps, probably here. But if I do so, what is the chance? 88 currently, so we wait for the net. Or the mark, or both. Or I just go for these. Creates a corpse here, but also this one can't break free. Well, that won't matter. But yeah, I should probably go for it now, because if it breaks free, it's going to head away from the direction of the reap, in which case we don't get as much value out of it. I think we can deal with this big one damage-wise most likely without the help of Engelart. Okay, so one down. Now what? Single target attack, perhaps? Or I wait for a decapitation opportunity. Or maybe even decapitate this one, actually. That's an 81. That may be the best option here. I think I'll go for it. That's a 95 though. That's far better. Guess I go for the 95 decapitation. Alright, then you enter there. Okay, stop it. Stop it. Yeah, this is why I was worried about using Alice, who is a starting character in the front line. 35 melee defense, just not quite enough. Anyways, we'll soon be rid of this, and after that we need to be extra careful. We can even potentially switch weapons with like Archit here. So she has a reach option. Anyways, Hafrid keeps using this. And also, yes, like I said earlier, moves out of the way. So either here or in this direction. There's also a big one coming in here, unless it does something stupid. Guess I move like here. His flank is kind of under control, despite Alice being hurt. Alright. Mark there. Mark this big one. Yeah, that's also a problem. It's going to swallow Elder Sendis potentially, in which case we are down both damage and someone capable of holding off a lot of them. And I can't really use Alice to help with the damage, probably. Potentially a problem. Also, yes, these three need to die ASAP. I can't rotate Alice out, so I can mark all three of them. Alice does have the defense as well as 9 lives, but yeah, still probably mark all three of these. Or mark like 2 of them and then mark this big one. Perhaps that's for the best. 7 melee defense, 8 melee defense. And mark. Yeah, this one is fleeing. I forgot about that. Okay, and Wolfram. Now we want to focus on this one, so I suppose we use a net on it. Yes, one of these stuns is about to end. I don't know. But yeah, this one needs to go as well. They all need to go. These two are breaking. 75 melee skill still. Okay, let's just go for the skin ghoul here and miss. And also, yes, Suniva does have a net. Probably still saves it. 53 there. Just wait. Okay, and Gerard can actually probably stay there still. We can move out of there later. So uses a couple of ruptures. Oh yeah, there. Actually, yes, there's this one. There's that one to worry about. Plenty of things to worry about. Maybe I just footwork out in that case already. That is the safer option. I guess I will. And you do that and end there. Alright. We almost have a round have a round swing, but obviously I'm not using it. So I guess we try to activate Berserk with this. Mayhaps wait first and see what happens after this one is dead though. Mayhaps I should. Let's wait. Also wait with Alice. Okay, both of the stuns have worn off. They are close to death and they are breaking. But not there yet. So we don't have a very good shot available with PM, so I may have made some positioning errors. But since we do have the second attack type available, it perhaps isn't that big of a deal. Anyways, I think Aton attacks instead of rotates there. Also running very low on fatigue. Just deal damage, okay. And you wait. Let's see if this one's morale level is lowered. It is not. Okay, that's a decent shot, but it hits El Descendis. It could still be worthwhile though, since we have so many targets as well as fearsome. El Descendis has 0 range defense though. Does have nearly intact armor though. I think it's probably worthwhile. Okay, sorry about this, El Descendis. Okay, one of them is fleeing, so now we focus on this one. It has 10 initiative. We will need Sicklebolt's stun next round. Well, not necessarily, actually. Not necessarily. On the big one, I mean. Also, how is he doing fatigue-wise? Pretty well. So we need to kill this one. And make sure that this one is no threat. And then Sicklebolt needs to stun this one. I mean... So if I wait next round with Sicklebolt, we get 2 opportunities to stun this big skin ghoul. We really need Haldemar to not be swallowed, so he can hold off this one. Which is breaking though, so maybe not a problem. So that kind of, I don't know, incentivizes trying to kill this one. So we have Engelard for damage as well, with 32 initiative. So acts before this one. Perhaps acts before this big one as well. So chance to hit 81, 73. But I can go for the Heartseeker, which is 53. But yeah, Engelard can also attack this one. Okay, I'll just go for this. Nearly there. Well, still need a couple of hits. Okay, and Suniva. Yeah, we hold the net for probably this one here. This one is already fleeing, so Pain probably wants to move there. In which case Suniva. Only a headshot would kill this. I mean, we can get lucky, I guess. How about this? 58. Now it's easier to hit. But I can go for the split there. Elin also has a rotation, so maybe I can still use Alice semi-aggressively as long as Elin can get there to rotate. So we need this one to be dead. Hopefully will be in a moment. Lots of little decisions, so I take my time. when lives are on the line. These are actually the same hit chances. Well, I'll go for this one. Does land a hit, but yeah, it's not dead. I could also move in melee. Sunniva hasn't taken any damage. That blocks a corpse, not that that's necessarily a concern right away. I think I will. Okay, so yes. Let's see, 26 initiative on this one. We can activate Berserk. Maybe with this one. Instead of this. 86. Okay, never mind. It probably has to be this one in that case. Wondering what to do with Alice though. Because her services are still kind of needed. There's obviously these ones still being quite confused. So if I play carefully with Alice. How about this? That's a 95. Has 89 hit points though with Nimble, so... I think I go for this, despite the lower hit chance. Not sure if that's correct though. Because Alice can probably kill these two as well as damage this. And if not, she can still hang. But if this is gone, then this fat one can take its place. It has a corpse as well as a target to swallow. Okay, never mind. I'll do this. And I could still half strike. Or just save that for a patient hunter. I'll go for it. Okay, nice. Head is hit for 50. I was hoping for that. Okay, just a regular attack. Though, is the half strike actually enough? It is. So go for that instead. Okay, so now if I want to play it risky... Well, it seems risky. But I think it's fine. So we just finish this, probably. Yes, like that. Alright. We just go for it straight away, probably, unless I'm... unless I want to wait for this, because it may want to move on top of this. But yeah, this one is also fleeing, so the battle seems to be now over, for the most part. Patience is a virtue. And just go for it. Alright. Standing on top of a corpse. Okay, something's attacking something, but I can't see what's happening. What happened? Okay, Nacho attacked Holdemar. Alright, well, since this one is fleeing, I think we can just attack. Yeah. And it is fleeing. Kind of autopiloted there. Only one attack would have been better on that one. And I suppose we do wait now, since I want to restun this one. Now we help out Gerard. But there's also this big one coming in, but I don't know. Probably isn't a concern at the moment. It can actually move here though. So maybe this a little bit. Okay, let's wait. Yes, it goes there. As predicted. Alright, let's just try to help out here. Yes. Oh, jeez. Well, that's what I get for taking risks. That's what I get. That's what I get. So now we need to prioritize getting Alice out of that mess. But yeah, goes to show why I shouldn't perhaps trust in her abilities in the front line. Okay, Hafrid does that and nothing else. I could still use a net on this one. It is now breaking, so that's potentially just a waste. I think I just go for damage. But we wait for the mark or go for the big skin ghoul. Also, does it have something that helps it? No, it doesn't have second wind, for example. Like those white wolves. I'm not really worried about Gerard here, because he can always get out of trouble. Pretty much always. Just do that. But yeah, Engelard goes for this one. And it's already 95, so might as well. Alright. So now that this happened here... Maybe I... Oh, actually, we don't even have the fatigue. We don't have the fat. Also, I haven't used Mordhau, I don't think, even once. But yeah, I'm not going to use it here. So move closer or just end there. Did I have Pathfinder? No, I don't. Okay, we'll just end here. We have run through. I don't think that's something I want, though. I'll wait and see. Alright, well, since Alice is in trouble, I will use a net on this. Potentially also use a dog. Let's do so. Alright, the mark is gone. Let's reapply it. Let's also mark this. Mark that. Alright, 89, 83. Let's go for this. Move forward. Wait and then try to move forward again. Okay, so Alice should be safe. Should be. Can't move, actually, despite it claiming I can. Why does it claim I can? Okay, never mind. Anyways, Elin also free to do something. Moves here. You're back. Welcome back, I guess. Okay, one down. Alright, stun 92. Yes, gets it. Excellent work. Do I have Berserk? Does it matter? We have Berserk, but it doesn't really matter. So why can I not actively use this? Oh, it requires 4 AP. Okay, yes. Yes. Just stay there. Okay, so now we go for this. How about this, though? Nah, just a regular. Okay, that takes care of that. And Gerard can probably still stay there. We also want to kill this one. It's very valuable to get that kill. And you move there, take the corpse. Reload. And that's a decent shot. Dog gets a kill. Alright. I'll try this, I think. We'll see. Yes. And also use a dog. Goodbye. Now we can just go for damage, I think. Yes. I do enjoy these nacho fights. Despite them being sometimes very, very deadly, threatening, difficult. But that's what also makes them exciting. Okay, okay, okay. Well, that's a nice time for something like that. Nice timing. Right, do that. Jeez. Okay, sure, why not? So, let's see if this is, yes, in range of that. So we may still have to fight this one. It may be about to feed. Why can I not reload? What? Oh, yes I can. Yes, we still have to fight one big one. But that is fine. That's now fleeing. Oh yes, I forgot. There's one there. Stopped paying attention. Okay, one more. There we go, that went well, no casualties. No one levels though. Let's see about the damage numbers. Alice with 825, Engelard 500, Wiltrud 642. That's kind of impressive, considering. Archit 600. But yes, Payan is the MVP here, with 1200 damage dealt. And the Fearsome also helps quite a bit. Well, I don't know. Actually, never mind. It's Sicklewold. Sicklewold is the MVP. Despite the lack of damage, obviously. Obviously, it's Sicklewold. Alright. Let's get those nets in there. Did someone else use a net? Well, we have some here, so I should probably equip them. You can have a couple. You can have one. Sure, you can have one as well. And you can have one. Alright. Let's return and... there's the lindworms hanging around. I'm not going to fight them. But before we take the caravan, we should wait a bit. See if we can get rid of them. And also, are these worth? I'll get these. Whoopsie daisy, I don't want that. That's overpriced. Way overpriced. Selling price is 18. I should probably offload some things. I don't think I care about those. I think the event can also trigger the one where someone wants to purchase beast pots, can trigger with that. I'll hold on to one of them. Save a couple of Sipar shields, I guess. Not going to use an infantry axe, I don't think. Nor these. They can go. Those can go. I'll save some things for potential use or selling for a better price. Let's sell that despite it being repaired. Repairing it, netting us potentially a decent amount of money. We don't have the repair tent nor a blacksmith, so I don't know. I'm not going to calculate if it's worth or not. Keep some of this stuff to salvage. That's probably good enough. If I move like here, will the silly lindworms leave us alone? We'll see. We'll see. Also repair those. Salvage those. And that. And those. Did we get any injuries, by the way? Yes, we did, but I also already assigned someone to treat it. Let's focus on the hit point situation. They're still following. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No. Okay, I may need to send someone naked and run away with them. I don't want to run in the desert for that long. So we'll send in Haldemar. In a moment. Oh, they actually caught up. Goodbye. Alright. They're still going to... Oh, god damn it. God damn it. Stupid lindworms. We'll do it again. We don't consent. Stupid lizards. And we don't have any southern troops apparently taking care of this either. What one can do with this, obviously, is lead them to a difficult camp. Like, I don't know, a sea of tents. Something like that. I don't think I want to do that, though. I want to take that caravan as well, so I need to get them away from here. Maybe the southern troops will actually do something. Anyways, I'll camp here and let's see if they still follow us. Or are they off? Okay, let's go see if I... What was that? Ifrits, I think? Yeah, I don't see them. So now it is maybe safe enough to take that caravan. Also check these. Also, yes, the arena. We'll do one arena fight, I guess. Don't have anyone with fatal daggers, so I don't think flash spots are that worthwhile. But with the alchemy tools, we could reuse these. But yeah, we don't have someone specialized in quatals nor at throwing stuff like that. So yes, Arena has 4 retired nomads. Okay, we'll just retire them for good. So let's get people back in the lineup. You there as well. Right, so let's use... Maybe Gerald skips this. We'll see. Also, this is actually not repaired. No, Sicklewold is in. Though, yeah, actually, now that I think about it, using Sicklewold in the arena is a huge risk because of the double-tongued. Maybe we shouldn't. Unless I have like a way to get the morale states back up. And also Alice is injured. Well, we can switch armors, I guess. So this is 20, this is 22. Well, it's not quite perfect, but close enough. How about this? 16, 20. Oh, perfect fit is not doing anything for you. Seriously? Yeah, I guess, yes, that's too heavy, yes. Okay, well, we'll need to mess with these. So we'll mess with the helmet first. To use a 0 stamina penalty base. And I add these. This has -1, so I'm not going to use that. Okay, we're at 32. I probably want to switch this one as well. The problem is not having steel brow, though. That is kind of a problem. I mean, we don't need this to be completely perfect. But it would be nice. So yes, we have this, which is better than a male coif. Anyways, irrelevant for this. Okay, so that is currently 9. If I take this off for perfect fit, yeah, it doesn't even affect that. So let's go with this. That's fine. So Eldescendis is in. Guess we could bring Engelart. But yeah, let's not use Sicklewold. I need to remember not to use him in the arena. That double-tongued can really screw us up. Maybe the Netmaster? Yeah, let's bring the Netmaster. I think that's kind of, well, one could argue it's a little bit of a waste, but then again, it only uses some ammunition, so it's fine. So yes, we don't have ammo, so let's see. I'll purchase this expensive ammo. Okay, so did I get everyone I want in there? Yes. Easy. And we also get a level for Susanna. Level 8. Resolve, melee defense. And I suppose +2 melee skill. The hit points are kind of a concern. Anyways, at this point we'll take Relentless. Alright, and then we take the caravan, and hopefully we can do this without being attacked by silly lizards. We also have a nice amount of money, so we can potentially get something very worthwhile doing this. So we are also over the threshold of getting the pay increase event, which is highly annoying if that happens, but I guess we can tolerate it. Let's get some scouting in. Plenty of scouting. Anything to craft, perhaps? Not sure, trophy. Oh, we can make a skin ghoul helmet. The thing is, though, I don't like using this. The gruesome feast skill. And also, if I roleplay here as the Inquisition, we are a force of good and righteousness, so using something like this seems a little out of character. I think I won't make that. Though, yes, it must be said, I don't remember if I've actually extensively used this thing ever. But I don't think I'd like to start now. So the gruesome feast allows you to feed upon corpses. I don't remember exactly what you get out of that. Like some health back, maybe some bonuses. But I believe it also triggers a morale check for allies close by. So you need someone who's separated from the rest, ideally. Someone who can handle a lot of damage taken, and then they get it back. So it's potentially a very good item, but I don't think I'll use it here. Oh, we can make cooking spices out of just the spices. I don't know if this is worth, but I guess we can do that. Like, whatever. I mean, if it's there, it's probably worth. Probably. We could also have a Fletcher. Let's have Alice fletch at the caravan instead of running out there with her deep abdominal cut. Alright. Yes, there's the Ifrits. They are, I think, afraid. Patrol radius is getting huge. So we can go very, very quickly. Orc Marauders. Okay, those will probably want to fight. It's a pretty easy group. So I suppose I should be grateful for the opportunity to put them in their place. Oh, are the Ifrits... Oh, god damn it. Why are you fighting me? You stupid Ifrits. Okay, well, we'll deal with the Ifrits, and after that, hopefully we'll have armor and health left to deal with the orcs. Well, it's going to be a lot of experience out of all of this, at least. Do I want to make any changes? We could use a hammer here. I think that's probably a good idea. Other than that, perhaps nothing else. Oh, you should not be in the lineup. Instead it should be you. Though actually, let's switch these. So yeah, for now we'll keep using Alice as we've been doing, but... Well, yes, after we get tactical maneuvers, maybe we can manage that she's in the front line, as long as I'm careful. Do I want to use a different weapon for Gerard, though? Do we have anything worthwhile? We could even go in melee, I think. With this 9 melee defense. I could use the war scythe. Not sure if that's worth. Alright. Oh, they're not fighting. Never mind. So it is the orcs, but maybe they're close enough to pull in the Ifrits. Well, we'll still go with this, what we have. No Ifrits. Okay. Well, good. I do like orcs a lot more also, since we positioned like this. Apparently the conscripts are in the front. That's not good. They're going to charge in, I think. Well, so far they're disciplined. Never mind. Okay, and Orc Berserkers are nimble in legendary difficulty. I am not entirely sure, but I think they used to be and then they changed it so it wasn't the case anymore and now they are again. But I'm not sure about that. Not sure if that's correct. In any case, I think we'll be somewhat aggressive in this fight. Somewhat. I'm not really afraid. Maybe I should be, though. 70 melee skill for the Orc Young, as well as for the Warriors. 80 melee skill for the Berserker. We could use Spear Wall. Guess we'll try that. Already, I guess, since we can't rely on the initiative. Oh, never mind, we don't have the Spear Waller perk, so it doesn't cost 3, it's 4. Well, in that case, we just go for it straight away. Okay, so I could wait and see if the conscripts actually engage before engaging with my own troops here. I suppose I will wait and see if that happens. Do some marking already though. No, they're actually disciplined. Seemingly. Well, Payan is now blocked. That's too bad. Shouldn't matter too much though. I would imagine their AI has been changed. Because usually they're pretty damn suicidal. Okay, I'll net these, but will I net any more? I think we just hold with most of us. Maybe not on this flank, but on the southern flank. Now that the conscripts have opted to stay. Not getting stunned is also nice, so I guess I net some Orc Young though. Yeah, we'll just stay there. Don't bother with that yet. Yeah, I'll move up here though. A little bit worried about the Berserker, I must say. If Zerod moves there, he can get away from any trouble, right? Should be able to. Yes, I know, it's extremely funny. It's an enjoyable experience to take damage there. Anyways, so with Archid, who's level 4, as we know. Or we should know. This obstacle is actually helping us quite a bit. I'll move there. You just hold, you just hold. Alice moves in there. Oh, now you're going for it. Well, that's silly. That is very silly. Also, yeah, they've added the silly orc laugh to every single orc. I don't like that change. I think it's quite stupid if every single one of them does it. It's also going to get semi-obnoxious. So I think it should have been left for just the Berserkers. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, we want a net on the Berserker. But let's see what the chance to hit now is. It's 83. All right. Oh, whoopsie daisy, that's the wrong. That's what I get for being too quick. Not a big deal though. How are you still laughing? You're dead. Laughing from beyond the grave. Okay, anyways, move in. You wait. Do we have a rotation available? We have Elin, so this is fine. See what I mean about it being obnoxious? Yeah, it's going to get old very damn quickly, in my opinion. Okay, so that hits 5. This hits also 5. You stupid silly orcs. Okay, shield is nearly gone. We'll just do damage. This flank is potentially in slight trouble. Okay, there we go, getting stunned. Well, at the very least, they should change it so they don't laugh as they die. Redonkulos. Yes, yes, it's so amusing. I am shaking my head. Alright, time to use a shatter, I guess. We also have obliterate. Okay, so this I think is new. Wind up your hammer and strike with full force against an enemy. Exceptionally slow and prone to missing. Can only be reliable against targets that can't move. Will apply staggered on a hit, and if the target is already staggered, it will apply stunned. Minus 75% chance to hit. Okay, well, we won't be doing that. Stupid stuns. Constant non-stop orc cackling. Okay. Shut your stupid yaps, you silly orcs. Yes. laughing as it tries to flee and kills itself. Oh, I can't. Well, we'll use a dog. Nice try. One more. One more laughing lunatic to go. Shut up. Thank you. Yoink. Couple of levels out of that. Hard hit level 5. Okay, so now I could decide on the weapon mastery. Polearm mastery makes sense. We still don't have a pole mace. I guess we just go with the... Okay, that was my alarm. Anyways, polearm mastery makes sense. We already have a whipper, so let's just go with polearms, I think. We could also just get athlete. That's allowed. I'll just commit to polearms. Makes sense to me. Wolfram, level 8. Having more stamina is good, as well as having more resolve. And at this point takes the Patient Hunter. Then I will re-establish camping. Let's also repair some orc garbage, because for some reason people like to buy it. Collectors of garbage. Okay, we see a couple of locations here. Both of them doable. We may get to them soon, or we may not. We'll see. But there is a Winselmatter in there, so that's nice if we get that Winselmatter Banshee Essence for the amulet. Kind of pathetic, these groups wandering outside. Anyways, we've made it. And we've also completed the ambition here. For all their intellectual pursuits and proper mannerisms, the Southerners are under no misapprehension as to your role as a mercenary. Whereas in the north they'd call you sellsword, here they dub you crownling. You've spent little mind toward either attribution, recognizing only the stark reality that for as much as they despise you, they seek out your work, reward your competency, and remember your billing when future crises arise. And therein lies the cornerstone of the North and South, the mighty crown itself. Languages, religion, peoples all be damned. A bit of gold needs no translation, no accommodation, and no arbitration. Your pursuit of the crown has shown you to be reliable to the Southerners, and your renown has grown as deep as their pockets. Gold is gold. Indeed. So we have 36,000, we are well supplied, and we have a weaponsmith. So we have famed things, plenty of them. So we have a spear, 100. Does have improved damage, it seems, as well as more effectiveness against armor. So that's potentially worth buying, but only if the rest of this stuff here isn't. Then we have a pretty good, maybe not fantastic, fencing sword, but no one's a fencer. Enhanced damage there. But yeah, currently no one would be using that, I don't think. Technically, Haldemar could, I suppose. Also, yes, the duelist perk is very different these days. Though it was this, I think, the last time I played Legends as well. So actively it unlocks the Flourish skill, which increases fatigue cost by 75%, action point cost by 1, and as long as you're faster than your target, grants a chance on each attack to ignore armor, completely based on the initiative difference between you and your target. Well, I guess I should try it out at some point. I'm not entirely thrilled about something like that, though. I mean, it's good, but in very specific circumstances, and you need to do a lot of thinking about how to use this efficiently. Anyways, the duelist sword. I suppose if I were to purchase the sword perk group for Wildschut, then maybe, but I don't know. Let's see about these other weapons. One-handed mace, it's like okay-ish. More ignores armor, more effectiveness against armor. Here though, we have a two-handed axe. Okay, it's like mediocre-ish. Ignores more armor, deals more shield damage. Then we have a bardiche, which is, okay, the same weapon basically, nearly. Same attributes are enhanced. And finally we have a two-handed, what do you call this? Infantry axes? It's not fantastic. Okay, so I'm not entirely convinced, excited about any of this stuff. But yeah, I could make use of the spear on Susanna, for example. Or maybe Haldemar. Haldemar doesn't have the spear perk group. But I suppose we don't even need that. And we can do better with fencing swords. Oh, repair tent. Oh, we probably want that instead of any of that. But let's check the armorer first as well. Okay, like a decent nimble layer there. And some other non-exciting stuff. There is a shield, which I Does have a lot of durability. So it could be better, but I think this is worth getting. It's very cheap. I will just get that. And then let's see, if I use this here. It is 15 fatigue. So let's use this. Sorry, losing my voice. Needed to mute the mic there for a second. Anyways, I will use this one on Volrod and this one on Aldemar. So both of them can use shield wall always, essentially. We also have the Nacho trophy, by the way, as well as a dog, which was on someone who took part in the battle. The arena battle, I mean. Anyway, I'll probably get the nimble layer. Let's also check the marketplace, hoping to see the training equipment or perhaps the enchanting tent. We see neither. We'll get some salt. We're so salty about not getting those. Also get tools. 100 and... well, just 100. Like so. Check the books. Axe book is available. Tenacious is available. We want this. Yes, we want it for Aton. Because he can be a indom tank with that. So yeah, we'll just get that. And then we'll immediately read it as well. First time we read anything in this campaign. Apart from this scout report, I guess. Oh, that is the wrong one. No, we want this. Tenacious. Also comes with resilient, which we will want. Probably not 9 lives. Tenacious perk group has been added. Now has a headache. Gone in 1 to 2 days. Does it say that you've read a book? How about if I hover on another book? Okay, it just says cannot be used for the next 1 to 2 days. But I thought that you can only read 1 book per character. Unless maybe they're bright. Weird. Anyways, we'll find out at some point if that's actually the case. But now we have that, so we mark this in green and this in green. Then we continue checking the books. Vicious is available. We could consider getting Debilitate on someone. Also, what book am I getting for PN? What do we want? We may want Athlete. But what else is there? We have some initiative, so Overwhelm could also be okay. It's only minus 5% instead of 10% though, as it is in Vanilla and Reforged. Well, we'll have to think about it. What else do we have? I suppose we could get... well, I don't know. Do I want this? I was thinking about if indeed we can read more than 1 book. Oh, what the? Why are you irritable? Oh, it's because we read this bartering book. Anyways, so if indeed we can read more than one thing, more than one book, then maybe that would make sense. Maybe. But I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay, seems like the other books I'm not really that interested in at the moment. Let's leave there so I get the tools added. We also want the ammo, I guess, even though it's overpriced. So probably nothing else from the marketplace. I'll get the nimble armor layer, well, the base there. And then we'll also get the repair tent. That's going to be very nice. And then we have 17,000, so I'm kind of leaning towards not purchasing any famed weapons here. They're a little bit lackluster, or we just won't be using them. Like the mace, the one-handed mace, for example. I would prefer to keep using the two-handed version. And that one-handed version is not as good as making me want to change that plan. And we can do better than this fencing sword. I'm not thrilled about building around this. The spear is okay. It's 10,000. 89 durability. What does the regular have? 72. So this one is actually the one I'm leaning towards. If I do get one. Get a weapon. The thing is, if I keep my money, I will have enough for the training tent as well as, well, one of them. Either the training tent or the enchanting tent. So if I go ahead and purchase this, that may not be the case. And the same applies for everything here. And these are lackluster and also expensive, so I won't get those. So yeah, I think I will pass on the weapons. We're doing fine without them. And these ones are not that good. We also have roster spots open actually now. And here's a Hedge Knight. How many can we field in the combat line though? 18, okay. Kind of ridiculous. I've usually, well, often, let's say often, limited myself to 14 in Legends. Because it just gets, as we can see here in this run as well, it starts to get a little bit too easy. And it also gets very crowded in combat. But anyways, we could see about this Hedge Knight. But let's also check, do we have retinue slots open? We do. We do have one. I think it's going to be the bounty board. Training dummies is okay. We could also get the Penny Pincher's tools as long as we get the Paymaster perk. We could get rid of the ordered inventory. But yeah, let's get the bounty board at this point. So that's another way to spend our hard-earned coin. Okay. I will, I think, try out Thielman here, but we'll only get him... Well, he is expensive. He is expensive. So maybe I won't. He's level 5. So that's decent. We can make money pretty easily, yes, but... I don't know. So the priority should be the tent upgrades and the sergeant. But then again, Hedge Knights are good. Potentially, very good. Okay, let's see. If he's great, we'll get him. If not, then probably not. He does have 3-star melee defense. 1-star resolve, 1-star hit points. So, he either would need to roll pretty well with the melee skill to start out with and in the future. So he does get help from pragmatic. Or we try to make some kind of tank out of him. But yeah, I think this is good enough to get. So we've just wasted a lot of money. Well, it's not a waste. It's not a waste until it is. Okay, that's decent. 10 starting melee defense. 72 hit points, 47 resolve, 64 melee skill, getting help from pragmatic. Okay, ideally we make a damage dealer. But we'll see. We can, of course, get feint to help with something like that. So, frontline trainee. Okay, the only armor available is Battleforged. Well, that kind of suits me since no one else is at the moment. Does get Berserk. We'll probably want that. No Fortified Mind. Or Mind over Body. Okay, anyways, what I was thinking there was, do I ever bother with initiative? I don't think I do. So we'll get the +2 melee skill, +4 melee defense, and +3 resolve. Okay, +3 melee skill, nice to see. +4 resolve, likewise. Not quite as good, but still +2 for the melee skill. Okay, here we go, +1 only. Well, we'll take the hit points this time. Alright. Well, he's serviceable. Not fantastic as a damage dealer, but serviceable. We could maybe go with swords. Maybe even with spears, actually. Spears are fine. With something like this, a famed version of this, for example. It's a fine damage weapon. And it gets that +20% to hit with the prong. But we'll see. I could also, I guess, consider purchasing Lithe or Nimble. But I think we just go with the Battleforged. No Steel Brow, that's a bit worrisome. Tiny bit worrisome. Anyways, I will get back to basics. I like my back to basics. And probably does get Colossus despite not going Nimble. I'm not going to get both 9 lives and Colossus, so there's an argument to be made that 9 lives is better here, especially since we don't have Steel Brow available. What is Steel Brow from? Oh, it is... Why is it from the light armor perk group? Silly. That's silly. Alright. I think what I'll do is think about exactly what to do with Thilman here on my own time. So I will leave this one here. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.